Hello everyone, FlyOver here and welcome to the new video. I'm sorry about my voice, I've got COVID and I feel horrible, like 700 buses run over me, but hopefully I'll be good. But I promised you video, so I have to record it, right? Okay, so I am at the Riverside airport and we're gonna do our impossible flight plan. Actually, we're gonna fly it. I'm gonna fly it so I can show you how actually you're gonna do it in the practice and how you're gonna do it, right? So I already have started airplane. I didn't wanted to bother you with details, but I didn't enter the flight plan because I want to we enter that together. So let's just go into our Garmin and let's start by entering the flight plan. The origin will be Kilo Romeo Alpha Lima Riverside. Press enter. Runway for takeoff is going to be 09, so I'm gonna choose 09. And then let's go to destination and let's choose destination, and our destination is going to be Kilo Papa Sierra Papa Palm Springs. Press enter and runway is going to be 13 right. That is going to be our runway. And now for the en route, okay, 13 right. And now for the en route, we have few waypoints. We have edits, enter. Then we have the setter. Not setter in Australia, but setter in Southwest USA. That's better, right? Okay, then we have bands. Bands is here. Okay, bands is here. And last but not least, Garnet. Let's choose that. Garnet. Okay, so that's our flight plan. And what we can do is we can actually check it out. If I just zoom out, you can see that we have flight plan. Not sure we can. I think this is the only way how we can see it. So that's it. And now let's do procedures. Let's do departures and arrivals. Regarding the departure, what I mentioned in the last video, that departure have a hold. And yes, one person in the comment actually give me a good comment and actually give me a reason why that departure have a hold. Because you need to enter the hold to gain your altitude so you can fly out from the valley. And that's the thing. So if you are not possible to gain 5,000 feet altitude before the hold, then you need to enter the hold. Otherwise you can skip the hold. But if you are not possible to enter accomplish 5000 during the departure, you need to enter the hold and be in the hold until you gain the altitude, and then only you can fly further. So that's why that hold is there. So runway 09, and what I'm going to do is just load it. So we have our departure. As you can see, we have hold on standby. See, the hold is on standby because we can skip it. We can always skip the hold, but for now let it stay, right? And then let's go to procedure and let's choose first arrival and then approach. Let's choose arrival. So arrival will be a cloud 1, like I said before, right? Cloud 1. So for 13, right? And the transition, now see, there is a confusion. Okay. Here it offers you transition on the arrival, and we don't need transition on the arrival, we need transition on the approach. So here we will just choose cloud because we don't want any other transition, you know, because see, the others will mess up your system. So we don't want, we just want transition from cloud to TRM, to Tango Romeo Mike. We don't want anything, so I will just choose cloud. Okay, just cloud, and load it. Okay, load it, and that's it. And now we're gonna choose our approach. Okay, and our approach is going to be AirNav. This is our approach, AirNav GPS Zulu for 13, right? That is going to be our approach. And now it's going to choose transition TRM. Now we're gonna choose transition TRM, and then from TRM we're gonna have our approach as it should be. Okay? So now we choose TRM transition. Enter. Minimums, I should open charts to put minimums, but let's say there is no minimums. Let's just go down and let's go for a load, and that's it. We should have our complete flight plan here. Let me see. You can see we are flying there to cloud, to TRM, and then transition, TRM transition, and then approach to the runway. Super easy. And we're gonna have VNav all the way because this one is smart, of course, and you can you will be able to see, actually, I'm sorry, what did I do now? Yeah, you will be able to see that we actually have altitude for all of that waypoints and how to use VNav in our approach and arrival and approach, right? So for today's flight, I'm gonna fly on 11,000 feet. So let's just go to 11,000 feet. Let's just set up that. Okay, 11,000 feet. And what we can do, we can arm nav, and we can arm vertical speed of, let's say, 900 feet per minute. And you can see already that we have our first restriction on our waypoint. It's 9,000. And where is that? Where will that be? That one will be all the way back at the end of somewhere here, I believe. TRM is 9,000 feet. Yeah. And it's already here, so no problem. So, we are ready to go. Let's turn on our lights and let's taxi to the runway. I'm gonna fly with flaps 1 today. Release parking brake. Let me just turn flight director. Okay, that's better. And let's taxi to the runway. Well, actually, this is small airplane and I believe we can even take off from this intersection. We don't have to go all the way down to the beginning of the runway. I believe we can take off from this intersection without problems. So what I'm going to do is just go straight to the runway and take off. Alright. Let me just zoom in the flight plan a little bit, because I like to have it zoomed in a little bit, at least for this first part. Okay, and we can go. Positive rate, gear up, and flaps up, and we can start our autopilot already.
Don't sink, don't sink, don't sink, don't sink.
Why it say don't sink? The moment. Well, because our autopilot is a little bit... Let's see...
Engaging autopilot.
Okay, now it's better. I engage autopilot a little bit too early, I believe. And now let's just see if it's gonna catch the next leg of the departure. If it doesn't catch, then I need to fly it manually. Yes, it's gonna catch. That is good. Or not. I mean, it flies straight even if... Okay. I thought I pressed nav already. I definitely armed nav. I don't know why it didn't catch me. Probably because I off autopilot, so it resets. But okay. So we are flying about... we are flying this departure. And very soon we're gonna enter the hold, unless we gain 3,000, 5,000 feet. So what I believe is actually that we will definitely gain 5,000 feet before the hold. Let's see. we are definitely on 5,000 feet already, so we don't have to actually follow the hold anymore. We can just go direct edits. Well, actually, let's wait. There must be a better way how to delete the waypoint. I'm just not sure how. Not that good, right? And what I can do here, can I delete this somehow? Activate leg, collapse, delete, invert. No, I cannot delete hold. But I can go here and click on activate leg. And it's gonna bring me to edits, right? This is totally not important. The most important is the part when we do arrival, actually. That is the most important part. Departure you can do even without all of this. You can just have a straight out departure without problems, because you can climb 5,000 feet before you exit the valley without problems. You don't have to follow this departure. I just put it for the sake of tutorial, but there is no need, because see, we are not even finished the departure. We are almost at 9,000 feet, so we are on our cruise altitude, so definitely. And you can see we are nicely flying. You can turn off taxi lights, actually, we don't need them. And we are going to fly to our first waypoint now. There you go. We are on 11,000 feet. And then you probably wonder when I'm going to use a VNav button. Well, let me tell you, it's like this. You can see this TOD, top of descent, small waypoint. Let me show you here. This is top of descent. It's marked. So that means here you need to start descending in order to reach 9,000 on TRM, right? So before that you definitely need to press VNav. But You can press it even now, it's no problem at all. You can press it anytime you want, it doesn't matter. But I usually press it like just before I reach to that waypoint, maybe a few miles before, and then you will have here designation, and also when you come close it will show you VNAV path here as usual, right? I'm sorry, I am a little bit, like I said, I have a COVID and my head is buzzing like I am drunk. Horrible. Probably because of high fever. I have 39 and it doesn't want to go down, so I feel really horrible. And that's why if I maybe act a little bit confused, like that's why, but I promise you I will give you proper tutorial for this. Just I feel awful, really awful. Well, that's it actually. I am going to pause the recording here, and after I arrive to the close to the top of descent, then I am going to bring you back, because there is no point of flying whole flight in the video, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do pause here and see you at the top of descent. Alright, welcome back. I am close to the top of descent. As you can see, I am here at our almost at arrival. This is arrival from cloud to TRM, right? Now we will hit the turn, and let's check our flight plan and let's see. Actually our lowest altitude is 2,900 feet. So we need to descend to 2,900 feet during this approach, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up altitude to 2,900 feet, right? And I'm going to press VNAV, and you can see that we have here VPAT, and now airplane will follow the restrictions. It will not descend just directly to 2,900 feet, but it will follow the restriction as it's stated here. First it's gonna go to 9,000 feet, then 7,100, then 7,000, then 6,000, then 4,000, then 3,800, and then, you know, you get the point. Now you will see when we come close to this top of descent, it's gonna show here that we are in the descent, and it will show that for every other step of descent in our approach. So that is how you do it. So let's repeat again. Before top of descent, what I did, I set up my altitude to the lower. You don't have to. You can set up to 9,000 and then move gradually. But I set up to the lowest altitude of the flight plan, and that one will be almost in front of the runway. So I set up to the lowest altitude because VNAV will follow the rules, the restrictions. And then I press VNAV. Okay. And now we wait. We wait to arrive to top of descent. When we arrive to the top of descent, then you will see that our altitude will start to go down slowly. Let's just wait. It's a very long arrival, but that's how you need to do it by the book, right? With the rules. We can see the map here too. I leave it. And you can see it here. So you will see when we arrive to the top of descent, we will start.
Vertical track.
Okay, see, vertical track. So now we are close to top of descent and we get this vertical track, and it's going to move, and when it comes to the middle then we will start descending. All right. Because we need to be on this waypoint, Tango Romeo Mike, we need to be at 9,000 feet. That is our first restriction. As you can see here, so that's my point. What you see here, it's the next restriction, it's next designated altitude. Even I put here 2,900, it will airplane will not descend below 9,000 because that is the first restriction. It will follow the restriction. So yeah, there you go. There we are going to descend, and I'm going to lower down our throttle a bit, because we don't want to be too fast. We want to stay in the green, right? And we are descending to 9,000 feet, and we're gonna be at 9,000 feet in this turn. And you can see that we already have another waypoint, BOD, that is called beginning of descent. That is already beginning of descent for the next altitude of, what was that, 7,100 feet, right? That is beginning of descent. We are now at 9,000 feet. As you can see, airplane is leveling off slowly, but it's going to follow the VNAV path, and it's going to descend further to 7,100 feet after we pass this waypoint. You will see that change also here and here. There you go. When we touch beginning of the descent, right? But we are not descending, we are leveling off now, because here we have new top of descent, because on this waypoint we need to be 7,100, and this is our top of descent. The next constraint is 7,100. And V-path is still armed. You don't have to touch it again. It is armed, so you just fly, right? You just fly, and now when aircraft is level off, you can actually add a little bit of throttle so you don't lose the speed, and then later when we start to descend you can again take the throttle off, and that's how it goes all the way to the airport and without hitting the mountain. So disregard at the beginning of the video, like I said, I was super confused, probably because of COVID, and maybe I reset that nav. But okay, whatever. Mistakes happen, and I am not going to cut off that from the video. Everyone can make mistake, even the real pilots. So we can actually look outside and see where we are. You can see that we actually have nothing to worry about. We are just fine from every mountain and every problem, right? We don't have to. Our airport is supposed to be somewhere over there in the distance, because what we're gonna do, we're gonna make a circle like that and then come back to the airport, right? As you can see. I like to keep my heading bug always synchronized with the heading, but I don't know, somebody told me if you press it, yeah, see? Okay, so if you press it, it will synchronize, that's cool. And we are close to the top of descent for next altitude of 7,100 feet. And what is going to happen is we're gonna reduce the throttle again. And then the easiest part, actually, when you already here, this is your last descent. This is our waypoint where we need to be at 2,900 feet, and after that we have one empty waypoint without restriction. But we can descend further. We can descend to like 1900 here, and then you can already see runway, and you can just visually descend without any problem, right? You can see the runway, and there we go. You can see there is the mountains in front of us, but we don't have to worry because we are descending only to 7100 and not below. I believe both of these waypoints, hopefully, and this one is, yeah, 7,100 feet, and then the next one is 7,000, then 6, then 4. Okay, there will be few more descending, but you just keep it like that. You don't have to worry about anything. You have plenty of time later to slow down, to pull the flaps and everything, because there is a lot of space between that last waypoint and the runway. You will see. So we are at 7,100, and we are going to be on 7,100 until we pass this waypoint, and then we're gonna descend to 7,000 on the another waypoint. Yeah, like I said, it's a very slow approach, but that's how it is. Probably with the big airplane you will do it faster or something, but with this small airplane it just has to be like that. And let's check on our mountains. As you can see, we are just fine. We are just fine. See? We are clear of all mountains and everything, so no need to worry. And our next stop of descent will be to 7,000 feet. Not much, just 100 feet. We can speed up a bit. There is the top of descent. And next restriction is 6,000 feet, and we have top of descent very soon. Let's lower down our speed a little bit as we are descending to 6,000. Our next altitude is 4,400 feet. See, we are still clear of the mountains, no problem. We should already be able to see the airport somewhere in the distance, but this airport is very difficult to spot. You will see why later when we align with the runway. It's very flat, you will see. So, there you go, clear of the mountains. Now we can descend further, right? No problem. So there you go, we are at 4,400 feet, and our next descent is going to be 3,800, and we just continue. Let's slow down a bit. don't know why am I getting low fuel, but I put enough fuel, like half of the reservoir. Maybe it's not enough, right? Fuel low. Well, we are okay with the fuel. We still have, so no need to worry. I don't know why it's saying like that. Just disregard that. Maybe the mode is a little bit confused. So we are going to 2900 now, and if you see, we are just fine, clear of the mountains and everything. And let's wait. We are at 2900. I am going to put altitude now to 1900. I'm gonna press a vertical speed and descend manually to 1000 slowly, because this is already where you can see the runway, right? So what we can do now is we can put our flaps, put our gear down, turn off the autopilot, and we can fly manually to the runway. I don't know why it's saying fuel low. We are still in green with fuel, which is stupid, right? And there you go. Now it's just about to land. That's all. No need to think about anymore. That's how we apply this approach. I really hope that it was useful for you. Hopefully it was. And this is our runway, the big one, 13 right. So it was actually super easy, just need to follow right the restrictions and need to follow what the charts say. And if you don't have a charts, lucky you have Garmin G1000 NXI, which will have all restrictions for you already inside. That is good. But that's it, right? Let's just land and finish this video, because it's like 1 hour video already, and I didn't expect it's going to be 1 hour. I was expecting to make short video about this arrival, but it come to the whole video, whole flight video. It's fine. And there we go, right? There you go. Welcome to the Palm Springs. I know I didn't land exactly in the middle of the runway, but I did land it soft, and that's all it matters. For the sake of tutorial, I'm gonna stop the aircraft here in the middle of the runway. Right, that's it. And there we go. I don't have scenery for this, so it's just default scenery, but this is what I was talking. It's very difficult to spot the airport because it's very flat and you really need to look very good to see it. But that is all for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope it was helpful. So yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.